If you're going to build a monster, you got to start with the bones. And today, the monster mullet is getting stripped, reinforced, wired up, and ready for its next evolution. First up, Goddard's tearing into the body, stripping off every last access panel to get it prepped for welding. Less weight, more strength, and no weak spots. Every piece that comes off gets us one step closer to reinforcing this beast for the punishment it's about to take.
So, this was actually a piece out of the old body that I cut out so I can section this in different pieces to actually fill and fix the holes in the new body.
When you're building a monster truck, sometimes the best parts come from its own past life. The old body of the monster mullet still has plenty to give, and today that means fresh roof material.
I'm no body guy specialist, and for this stuff, I really don't care. I build things for purpose, not for pretty.
Possibly having to do the tuning changes with the...
Is that the guy in Sycamore?
We just pick a day that we'll kind of have it done by, and so I can set something up with it now, because he's sometimes a few weeks out.
What day? Because that's going to give us a hard running day.
I know, and well, that's kind of good.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
well
we leave...
Edgedales is when...
Hold on, let me get a calendar here.
Edgedales is May 14th.
Thank you, Mr. Calendar. Not
So
only
we leave on we leave on the 14th afternoon for Wisconsin, for Edgedales.
So we would need to do something up in this area.
It'd be at least the week before, because I would like to do some testing with this thing before we go.
Second week of May? Or I'll just think
May 1st to the 7th, somewhere in there. Well,
May 1st through the 5th. 4th. 1st through the 4th. How about that?
Yeah, I prefer not to do it on that 10th weekend, because that's the weekend before we leave. So
No,
we're going
yeah,
to have
so
a ton
I'll
to get ready.
say the weekend of the May 3rd and 4th.
If you absolutely had to, we could do maybe the weekend of the 25th. No, we're in LS Fest.
And that's it. That's the only window.
Yeah,
May 3rd and 4th.
May 3rd weekend.
First weekend in May.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds scared.
So we have less than a month, I think, to get this completed. Goddard's over there working on the body now. But throw a wrench in things, I told him that in order to get this done in time, we have to get this retuned, because the tune for this engine is already in the computer, but we changed it from drive-by cable to drive-by wire. So which means it has electric throttle pedal and an electric throttle body. And I called the tuner on that. So the first weekend in May, which I think is 5 weekends from now, we have to have it there, which cuts about 2 weeks of working on time out for us to make it to auto promotion. And it's driving Goddard crazy, but I work good under pressure, so we'll get it done. And today we're wiring up the engine in this. Maybe we'll get a fire out of it, maybe tomorrow or next weekend. We'll start it up, but then it's gonna have to go back to the tuner to get retuned, and that we kind of follow his schedule. So let's see what happens.
Well, how long is our gas pedal?
No.
And where's it got to plug in here?
This goes here. Let's just plug it. That's that.
So if we're gonna do a mount off of here and keep the gas pedal fixed, so
I could do some kind of mount off the back of the head.
if you read this
And then isolate
harness here, it
Do
says
not.
do not cut
or modify.
or modify. We hate that. And it's probably because they have some kind of certain ohms
Yeah,
from
maybe.
one end to the other. So if you extend that, it would probably change it. So we're gonna have to, what Johnny came up with is we'll cut a hole in the floor of the van and actually mount the gas pedal
To the
off of
chassis.
the chassis, so that way when we lift,
It's still.
it stays with the chassis. The only problem with that, you can't drive it when it's lifted. You could still idle.
Yeah.
You could still idle along. The torque converter will still let it idle. It's not that high of a stall. So that should work.
Get the Pro Dash. It's like $700 or $800.
So this is a mess.
One truck's past is another truck's future. The Smokin Mullet's computer is the brain that's about to bring the monster mullet to life.
Okay. So I ran it. You can run through here.
Johnny and Goddard start the delicate yet messy job of running the wiring, because when you're dealing with a monster truck, precision matters just as much as power.
Okay, so we're gonna have this bolted there. And with these 3 bolts down here, and then this marked where it's gonna go, the bracket won't actually look like this. This will just give me my points, so now I know where I can put a curve, you know, to make it look nice. Maybe a little design in the middle here, something like that. But all of these are gonna go here. So I'll put maybe something like that, and that'll let you pass some wires through there if you need to as well.
Finally thinking about the mechanic. We decided where we're gonna mount the computer here. It's gonna go up into the doghouse, plenty of room there. Got her out there drawing all that up now on the computer so you can burn it on the laser. And we can mount our computer. I'm gonna get the harness hooked up here, get all that taken care of. And hopefully later today, I might put some fuel in there and fire up the fuel pump, make sure we don't have any leaks. But next time you guys see us, hopefully we're firing this thing up and at least get to hear it before we put the body back on and that thing goes to paint. So we'll see you then.
You can't just slap a high-performance computer into a beast like this. It needs a home built for the job. Goddard jumps into the design phase, crafting a custom bracket that's gonna lock this system in place no matter how much chaos the monster mullet unleashes.
To that. So now let's go cut it.
With the design locked in, it's time to hit the machines and bring this bracket to life, cutting it, shaping it, and getting every detail right.
And that is how you make a custom bracket. That's awesome.
A custom bracket deserves a custom finish.
So it's a little cold in the shop. So I'm just heating this panel up a little bit and it'll help it dry faster as well. Then we're gonna paint it so that way when Johnny gets here, he can get this thing put on. So yeah, just making it warm, not hot.
Goddard lays down a fresh coat of paint because it's not just about function, it's about looking damn good while doing it.
As you can see, I'm not the greatest painter. I think that's pretty good. Leave that for Johnny for when he gets here.
Right on time. Sort of. Johnny rolls in with the Smokin Mullet. But he's not just bringing the van, he's bringing the tools to keep both mullet machines safe at high speeds and heavy impact.
What's up, everybody? Just got the Smokin Mullet brought over here. We got some body stuff we got to fix before we take it to the next event. And brought the bender here so we could do some roll bar hoops and stuff. Stay tuned.
A pipe bending machine is here, and that means one thing: custom roll cages. Because if you're gonna send it, you gotta be able to walk away from it.
So, I don't know who owned the van before this though, but all these roof supports were just completely destroyed. There was gaps you could put your finger in, so I'm taking my little floor jack here and actually pushing this up and putting some stitch welding here and there to help support the roof, which has made a huge difference already. And then this spot right here, I don't know if you can see in the camera, but it's just got a pretty nasty little whoopty in it. So I'm just gonna try and push that up and try and push a little bit out of it. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, it's not a big deal. And since I got it in here, might as well try. That actually worked pretty good. It doesn't look too bad there. Maybe a little more. And that's body work 101. If you look at the front, there's some pretty bad whoopties up there. So they actually, whoever cut one of these supports out with from the front, whoever owned it, cut one of these supports out. So I'm gonna go to our old body, cut the support out of that and replace it in the front, because man, that is just terrible up there. Other than that, we are starting to look pretty good on the interior here. So let's keep rolling.
While Goddard heads over to the Monster Mullet's old body outside, let's check in on Johnny. Looks like he's got the unload well in hand. This bending machine needs to get off that flatbed in one piece if we're fabricating these roll cages today.
So we are now inside the old body. As you can see, I've already started stripping different things off of this. You can see the panel above my head here. We cut that off so we could use the patch panels for the new body. But now we're gonna pull this rail off. This one's about the straightest. Yeah, so we'll pull this off and then we'll go take it and use it on the new one. Yeah. It's rough in here.
Goddard's cutting it down, shaping it up, and getting it ready to weld.
There it goes.
Cut through here. Jeez.
Well, we got it out. Now let's go put it in. Looking at that actually didn't have one forward of that.
No?
No, it's just kind of surprising.
You know what part of the van they call this?
The ball whacker. Hey, look. A ball whacker. Oh, Johnny's getting jealous.
Jealous.
So
This is what we have here, what I brought. I got two benders. This is kind of a backup one. It's a Huth bender for bending an exhaust pipe. You know, you can bump it up different sizes. swedge the pipe here. I can make ends for like headers, things of that nature. It's a very handy tool to have. This one, you can see it's dusty. It's been sitting in the corner of my shop for probably a couple of years. Bring the machine here, brought the van here because we got some structural stuff we have to fix because mine's been abused pretty bad.
Oh,
So we'll get this fixed.
what's that?
It's grease. No. Always wants to get me dirty.
Well,
I'm dirty enough.
someone's got to get you dirty because you ain't doing it yourself.
The
Gauge?
maybe pressure gauge.
Yep, and stole it for something else, huh?
Probably my other machine. Quarter pipe plug.
Yeah.
Oops. Forgot I took that off of there. That's how hydraulics work. I went to use the machine and I forgot I must have stolen the pressure gauge off it from my other machine at work. So I turned it on and it spit oil everywhere. So we'll clean this up real quick.
Looks like we won't be installing those roll cages today, but at least we got the machine in the building. Let's get back to the body work with Goddard and the monster mullet.
So, as you know, we got the 2 holes in the roof up there. I got to get fixed. I cannot reach laying over. I did the front one, doing it over the windshield. So now I got my buddy Slaughter on the lift truck. I'm gonna lay on this skid here, and he's gonna put me up over there so I can get them all cleaned, and then I'll have somebody hold the pieces up, and I can get them tacked in from the top. We got 2 of them to do, so let's get them done. It's been a long day already. Been working on this 2 days now. How many hours we put in yesterday? I don't even know. 12 hours yesterday. We're going on probably 10 hours now on this today. So we're all getting a little tired, getting a little cranky, but you know, it is what it is, and we got to keep pushing. Don't do this at home, kids. Go ahead. That's good. I can make that work. So now I can just lay here, get all this cleaned up, ground all the holes cleaned up. I got to get rid of the paint so I can get a nice clean weld. But yeah, so let's get to it. So there's all this silicone up here that, like I said, they had some kind of AC unit or something up here. So I got to get rid of the silicone too. So I'm doing that at the same time. I'm getting too old for this stuff. Well, it's mostly clean. But yeah, now we got a mess of silicone dust here. So we'll get all this wiped up and these new panels tacked in. Don't mind me, just sweeping my roof. I mean, how else are you supposed to clean the roof with a fan?
A weak roof in a monster truck? Not an option. Time to break out the welder and seal up every last hole, making sure the monster mullet is reinforced, locked in, and built to handle whatever gets thrown at it.
Go ahead. That's good. I think I can make most of that work for this one. Then there's some pretty big holes in the front. I'll probably cut little panels and make those too. Okay, let's just keep moving driver's side, push it up. Right there, don't move. Okay. Put the block in the corner.
All right.
Wait, don't move. So, we are about done for the day. We got the roof fixed, most of the body panels, all the little pieces welded up here and there that we needed to. All the roof supports are back connected correctly. Johnny, you got the roll cage or the?
We got the bender here. Got it wired up.
The bender
ready to go.
So next time we'll have the bender going. Get that tacked in for both fans. We're going to work on this one and have the Smokin Mullet in here for the next one.
We need some work before we leave.
Yeah, that one, the back doors are a little rotted out. Blowing all those tires in these burnout competitions is really taking a beating on the whole rear quarters of that van. You'll see. But yeah, so we're gonna get that all straightened up and squared away. But yeah, it doesn't look like we did a whole lot today, but we got a lot done.
Got a lot done today.
Well, fixing all these panels, welding them up and stuff like that, it really does. It takes a lot of time. And for the last two panels on the top up here, I forgot to put my sleeve on, so I got a bunch of little red welding dots on my arm here, and I can feel it. But it is what it is. But yeah, so it was actually a really productive day. So I'm happy with it. And I'm feeling better and better about getting these things done because it's been a long road.
It took 2 weeks from him too. It's got to get tuned before we go to the one event for this.
Yep. So it's getting there. We're having fun. It's looking better and better.
It's come a long way.
We'll get the roll cage in for next time. Get all the seat mounts in. Because we are doing 8 seats in this thing, driver, passenger, and then six seats in the rear for whoever, riders to go with. So yeah, what do you think? What else we got? That about it for the day though? I think we're good.
I think so.
So, all right, stay tuned. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks. All right, somebody let me down off of this thing. Or should I do sexy pose one more time for you?
Oh my God.
I didn't even do sexy pose. Sexy pose.
Bye.